here in the paddock with driver Simon Allard. Thanks so much for taking the time. I know you said you've done these interviews in the past. Some of them have been in French and some have been in English. But you agreed to do this one tonight with us and we couldn't be happier.
English or French?
I took French in high school. I don't think I could get past the niceties of hello and thank you. So we'll stick with English, you okay?
Okay, all right.
So you got your start driving up in Canada. Give us some background on you and how you became a driver.
Wow. Started driving very cheap horse in Three River, Quebec. Uh, Going for cheap money. My brother started training there. Very bad horses. $500 horse, $1,500 horse, and we went up the ladder. We started racing on a 7-8 mile track in Montreal. Rideau Carlton, Ottawa. We went to race in Ottawa on a 5-8. And after we did the move to Ontario, we went to race Flamborough, Georgian Down, all over the place in Ontario. And we ended up racing in Woodbine last winter and did very good. And we're both doing good. We're both trying hard, and our dad always been hard on us and always tell us that we're not good enough. So we always try to be better.
Well, you guys are proving them wrong because you've come a long way from those $500 claimers. How did you eventually make the move to the U.S. and why?
Well, I just came for a series last winter, driving Strennan over, and I end up driving the Midland, and I see that there was room for driver, and I always had in my mind to like the grass is always greener on the other side, so I want to do it before I was 30. And now I just turned 29, and I kind of start shaking a little bit. And I said, I gotta do it this year. If I don't do it this year, I'm gonna be too old, and the trainer won't be using me. You know, they only like young guys, and so I did it. It was a hard move to do because I was doing pretty good in Canada, but I don't regret it. I really enjoy what I'm doing right now.
You're definitely making a name for yourself. Talk about that transition, how the driving style is a little bit different than where you were. Did you have to make any adjustments to the way that you're used to driving out on the track?
Actually, yeah, it is a big difference because lots of it's very competitive down here. There's a lot of good horse in the race, you know. Like where I was racing in Georgian Down, sometimes you would see like only two real good horse in the race, so it was pretty easy to figure out the race. But down here, you know, you got lots of aggressive driver and a lot of good driver and a lot of good trainer. I see there's some name I didn't know before I moved here. There's a lot of good trainer like Chris Oak, Lupino, Tony Along. There's so many Carmine Fosco. I didn't know those guys before I moved here, and those guys are doing real good. I thought my brother was good, but those guys are real good too. So that make it tough.
Were you keeping an eye on the drivers before you made the move here and some of the big names in their styles as well?
Yeah, we always keep eyes on T-Trick and Campbell and those. I'm like anybody. I want to be as good as them. So they're a great driver. They have different style, and it's very nice to drive with them guy. And they're gentlemen. They're real nice guy too.
So you mentioned your brother's a trainer. I know you have a lot of his drives. What is it like working with family? Is that extra pressure when you're out there on a track and it's a horse that your brother trains?
No, we used to compete together when we were kids. Me and my brother, we were racing pony. That's how we start. We were like 10 years old, and we always enjoy going to the races together when we were kids. And we never really did anything else than racing horses. Especially my brother, he never did anything else. I used to go snowboarding and do some other stuff, but him, he just enjoy going the track, and he's giving me a lot of support. And whenever I can help my brother, I do it. And he do the same thing for me. And on a long way, I think we're gonna do real good.
I absolutely agree. Did you ever train yourself?
Yeah, I used to train. I was pretty aggressive. I was doing good. But now, one day in my life, I had to change to a driver, and I think that was a good move.
Was there ever any doubt? You're around 29 years old now. Was there ever a point in your life where you thought you might do something else?
Never. When I was going at school as a kid, when you talk in front of people, all you call that the oral, like when you say what you're gonna do.
Oh, yes, where you want to be when you grow up.
Yeah. I always said I want to be a driver, and one day a teacher kind of laughed at me. She said, "Why you want to be a driver? What's a driver? What's a horse driver?" She kind of didn't like what I was saying that I want to be, but I said one day I'll show to that girl that I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be, and we did a lot of work to get there, but I'm there now.
Hey, you invite her down to Pocono. That's what you could do.
Oh, yeah.
Very focused young man. Absolutely. Any other goals? Anything that you want to accomplish throughout your career as a driver?
Winning everything. That's all we want. Win the Little Brown Jug, win the Hambletonian, win the Breeders' Crown, win everything. That's why I'm living for.
Well, that sums it up. I like that answer right there. Everything. I was going to ask you a few questions right now to find out about you off the track. So I want to know what your favorite food is.
Favorite food, seafood. I love lobster. I love lobster. It's real good.
What about your favorite drink?
Favorite drink? I don't mind having a few beer after the races sometime, but
What type of beer are you drinking?
light beer, like Corona and that kind of stuff. Bud Light Lime. I like that.
So aside from snowboarding, what are your hobbies?
Hobbies. In the last couple of years, there's not much hobbies, but if one day I could have enough money to buy myself a boat, I would like to do wakeboarding in the weekend. It's fun to do wakeboard and snowboard. I like extreme sport, and I've been not doing it too much lately, but I guess when I get more money in my account and I feel a bit safe, I'll probably do it.
There's lots of lakes around here to do that on as well. I can imagine you have the need for speed, right? So even when you're driving back and forth between here and the Meadowlands, a fast driver.
I love speed.
What would be your dream car to drive?
Dream car? When we were kids, I always want to have a Lamborghini, I think. It looks like a great car. It's very low and it looks very nice.
And what about a dream vacation for you?
Dream vacation,
Is there a part of the world that you'd like to see?
Australia. I would like to go in Australia or New Zealand. That'd be really down hurt. That'd be really far and very different. Yeah.
We have a lot of drivers from there, so maybe you can even go visit in the off season or something like that if you ever get any time off. Any idols, anybody you look up to in the business or mentors?
In the business,
Or, no, in life. We'll ask.
in life, wow. And the idols. I love Adam Sandler. It's pretty funny. I always like that movie he did, that golf movie. What's the name?
It's slipping. All I can think of is Big Daddy, and that's not the Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore. That was a funny movie when I was a kid. Yeah.
Awesome. I like it. Thank you so much for taking the time. We so much appreciate you doing the interview tonight. And hopefully we can catch up with you again this season. I'm going to work on my French in the meantime, and we'll see if we can do take 2 in another language.
And I will just to mention, I will actually be here full time whenever Meadowland close. So if anybody wants to use me, they're welcome to do it.
Good. We'll have more opportunities to do interviews with Simon Allard. Thank you again, and good luck this season.
Thank you.